The top 10 most powerful characters. Like in full character. Number 10. Asura. You can probably tell from the title, Asura's Wrath, that the title character is not what you'd call a chill guy. In fact, as the game goes on, he just gets madder and madder. And as he does, he gets stronger. As Asura cycles through various power-up forms, he goes from strong enough to break mountains, to punching asteroid-sized monsters in half, to punching a being roughly the size of the Earth, so hard it literally explodes. And that's not even his final form. The only reason he's not higher up this list is that his more powerful forms might be violating the no omnipotence rule. Number 9. Hercules. Hold on. Wasn't there a rule about mythological characters? Well, yes, but there's a loophole. It's not mythology when it's the comic book version of the character. Besides, the Greek myth version of Hercules arguably never came close to the feats of the Marvel version. This god and hero has towed the island of Manhattan across New York Bay and broken the Silver Surfer's supposedly unbreakable board. Maybe most impressively, he held up the heavens themselves to give Atlas a break. How heavy is the sky? We're not sure if there's an appropriate unit of measurement, but it's safe to say it's pretty impressive. Number 8. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's strength hasn't exactly been consistent. Since the 40s, she's been depicted as moving islands with ease, or having trouble lifting a tank. But when she's strong, boy, is she ever strong. She has overpowered the whole Justice League, admittedly minus Superman, pulled Martian Manhunter out of a black hole, and stood her ground against Doomsday, the monster that killed Superman. Wonder Woman even single-handedly towed the moon out of orbit without even breaking a sweat. The only consistent answer to how strong she is seems to be almost as strong as Superman. Like Shazam, she's beaten him in more than one fight, making up for the difference in raw power with her magic weapons and superior training. Number 7. Thanos. You might think having Thanos on this list is cheating. His most impressive feats are done with the help of the Infinity Gauntlet, which clearly lets him manipulate the fabric of reality. But even without the gauntlet, Thanos gives Marvel's mightiest heroes a run for their money. Case in point, he's consistently able to go toe-to-toe with the Hulk, which is sort of the gold standard for being considered one of Marvel's top tier in strength. He's by no means stronger than Marvel's mighty Rage Beast, but he can hold his own. Of course, he has the advantage of fighting intelligently against Hulk's berserker style, which does sometimes translate to a win. Either way, Thanos has more than earned his place. Number 6. The Mighty Thor. They couldn't call him that if it wasn't true, and there's more to Thor than a fancy hammer and a bunch of lightning. His official ranking in the Marvel Universe puts him just below the Hulk in pure lifting power. And while he might disagree about who's the strongest Avenger, number 2 is nothing to sneeze at. Even without the help of Mjolnir, he's held shattered moons together, thrown around a serpent the size of the Earth, and resisted the gravity of a neutron star. When he arm-wrestled his rival, Hercules, the sheer power of their struggle was enough to tear apart a mountain plateau. Honestly, at this point, mighty might be underselling it. Number 5. Unicron. Unicron is a planet in the Transformers universe. Also, he's a robot. What does he eat? Other planets. And he does it by dragging them into his orbit and shredding them up with his terrifying giant robo-teeth. Much like Godzilla, Unicron would have made this list even if he did little else. Every time he lifts a hand to scratch his nose, he's moving more strength than Kratos and Spider-Man put together. Ripping chunks out of a planet is his equivalent of eating a sandwich. With Unicron, we've entered a part of the list full of characters who are so strong, it's hard for us mere mortals to even comprehend the amount of power they can put out. The Dragon Ball Z universe is full of overpowered characters like Zeno and Beerus. But as actual gods, their powers violate the omnipotence rule. Goku, on the other hand, is to anime what the Hulk is to superheroes. He's the yardstick by which all other examples of strength are compared. Sure, sometimes he meets an enemy stronger than him, but only until he screams enough to multiply his power with the next Super Saiyan level. It's hard to say exactly how strong that makes him, since he's usually fighting enemies strong enough to balance it out. But based on the sheer number of unfathomably powerful characters he's beaten, not to mention the planets they've blown up along the way, it's safe to say he belongs near the top. And number 1, Superman. This is going to be controversial. The argument over whether Superman is stronger than Goku has been raging for years. To be fair, Superman, as we know him today, probably isn't. He can still move continents and push planets, sure, but before DC Comics nerfed him and his cousin, Supergirl, with the Crisis on Infinite Earths, Superman was in a totally different league. He tows a dozen Earth-sized planets on a chain as a teenager. That alone matches any character on this list, but there's more. In Action Comics 273, he destroyed an entire solar system in seconds by sneezing. Good thing he picked an empty corner of space. Pulling off a feat like that by accident is exactly how you become the strongest character of all time. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to The Daily Hit for more great videos. See you on the next video.